let's just start right from the beginning. I know it's the generic thing, but I was raised in the quote unquote shoot interview era, right? I came up as a hardcore fan when you had the RF shoots, the high spot shoots, all these. So this was a natural question everybody asked, and I'm always hooked on it. When did you first see wrestling? Were you a fan of it? What were your initial thoughts? When did it click for you?
Yeah, I was lucky enough to uh, be a kid during the Attitude Era, so I think it was like wrestling was really cool then, and uh, it's like I had neighbors across the street that were into wrestling, and it made it very accessible and easy for me to be like, oh, this is really cool and enjoyable. And when you have like Stone Cold and The Rock on top, it's you know it would be hard not to, as an 8 or 9 year old kid, be like, oh yeah, this is sick. This is how I want to spend my days. And my dad was a wrestling fan, so we watched it together.
I can completely relate to that. I'm 31 years old, so that was kind of my sweet spot too, where
Yep.
you know I actually watched it often with my dad. I can vividly remember we would watch it in his room, and during commercial breaks, I would fight an invisible X-Pac because for whatever reason he was the only one I thought I could beat at the time, and
Wow.
it's funny because I thought he was like, oh, he's such a small guy, and then he was like 6'1" and like 200 pounds or something. And in
Yeah.
retrospect, he's bigger than I am in height wise. So it's like I don't know why I thought it. I guess just the generation, when you're standing next to The Rock, who's 6'5", and he seems like average height at the time.
Yeah. People were absolutely massive in wrestling back then. It's pretty crazy. I mean, realistically, I would probably be around like cruiserweight if I was back. If you think about back then, like Chris Candido was a cruiserweight
That's
and he was
crazy.
220.
That's
And it's
crazy.
like, I'm 230 pounds. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? It's like I'm not much, 230, 235. So it'd be a way different time. But instead I'm like clearly in the heavyweight category these days.